There is a sacred moment most people rush past. It happens before the phone lights up, before conversations begin, before plans take over the mind. It is the quiet space between sleep and responsibility. And in that space, something gentle is being offered to you. A new beginning. You did not create this morning. You did not schedule it. You did not command it into existence. You simply received it. And that alone is reason for gratitude. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. New mercy is not delayed mercy. It is not recycled grace. It is fresh, intentional, and alive for today. Before anything else defines this day, pause and recognize this truth. You are here because mercy carried you here. Not alarm clocks. Not routines. Not chance. Mercy. There were moments in the night you were not aware of. Breathing you did not control. Protection you did not negotiate. Battles you did not see. And yet you are still here. Psalm 3 verse 5. I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. Sustainment is quiet strength. It is God holding your life together while you rest. So before the day begins to speak loudly, let your heart speak first. Let gratitude be your first response, not your last reflection. Because what you start the day with often shapes how you walk through it. Lord, I thank you for the gift of this morning. Thank you for waking me with life in my body and breath in my lungs. Thank you for keeping me through the night when I was unaware of the battles around me. Thank you for protection that did not announce itself but was still active over my life. Before I ask for anything today, I simply say thank you. Thank you for mercy that met me again this morning. Thank you for grace that did not run out. Thank you for love that still holds me. I acknowledge you as the giver of this new day. And I choose to begin it with gratitude, not anxiety. There is a quiet wisdom in not trying to carry a day you have not yet lived. So often the mind runs ahead, planning outcomes, imagining conversations, preparing for possibilities that may never arrive. But this morning invites a different posture. Surrender. Not passive living, but trusting alignment. Proverbs 16 verse 3. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. When you hand your plans to God, your thoughts stop scattering. They begin to settle. Surrender is not the absence of planning. It is the presence of peace in planning. It is saying, Lord, I will move, but I will not move alone. There are parts of this day you already know about, and there are parts you cannot predict. Both are held by God. And that truth removes pressure from your spirit. Because you are not responsible for controlling the unknown. You are responsible for trusting the one who already knows it. Psalm 37 verse 5. Commit thy way unto the Lord, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. There are things you will not force into existence today, but God can bring them into alignment. So this morning, before decisions are made, before actions begin, before responsibilities unfold, you surrender the outcome. You give God permission to lead the details. Lord, I surrender this day into your hands. I release my plans, my expectations, and my concerns. Go ahead of me into every moment I will face today. Prepare what I cannot prepare. Align what I cannot control. Guide what I cannot fully understand. Let me not lean on my own understanding. Instead, let my steps be directed by your wisdom. When I am unsure, give me clarity. When I am rushed, give me peace. When I am distracted, bring me back to focus. Let this day not be led by anxiety, but by your presence. As the day begins to unfold, one thing becomes clear. Not every opportunity is visible at first glance. Not every door announces itself. And not every blessing arrives in the form you expect. This is where favor becomes important. Not effort alone. Not strength alone. But favor that positions you rightly at the right time. Psalm 5 verse 12. For thou, Lord, wilt bless the righteous. With favor wilt thou compass him as with a shield. Favor is not random attention. It is divine covering around your life. There are moments today where your name may be mentioned in rooms you are not present in. There are decisions being shaped that may affect your path. And there are opportunities already moving toward alignment. You may not see all of it happening, but God is not limited to what you can see. Ecclesiastes 9 verse 11. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Life is not only about speed or strength. It is about timing and grace. So today you are not walking by struggle alone. You are walking with divine positioning. And even in conversations there is grace. Words you will speak, responses you will give, decisions you will make with others. Let them carry wisdom, not pressure. Colossians 4 verse 6. Let your speech be always with grace. Grace changes how you are heard. Grace changes how you are received. Grace changes outcomes quietly. So even when you do not feel fully prepared, you are still covered. Even when you feel uncertain, you are still guided. Even when you feel unseen, you are still positioned. Lord, I thank you for your favor over my life today. Let your favor go before me into every place I will step into. Open doors that are aligned with your purpose for me. Close doors that are not meant for me, even if I do not understand them yet. Let my words carry grace in every conversation. Let my presence bring peace into every environment I enter. Position me where I need to be. Align me with the right opportunities. Connect me with the right people. And let my life reflect your guidance, not my confusion. As the day continues, reality begins to speak louder. Tasks increase. Expectations rise. Unexpected situations appear. And this is often where inner strength is tested, not in quiet moments but in active ones. But even here you are not without help. Strength is not something you have to generate from exhaustion. It is something you receive as you move. Isaiah 40 verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Renewal means strength can return even after depletion. It does not depend on your limit. It depends on God's supply. So if at any point today you feel stretched, remember this. You are not running on your own capacity. You are sustained by grace that replenishes. Peace is also part of your covering today. Not a fragile peace that disappears under pressure, but a steady one that remains even when circumstances shift. John 14 verse 27. My peace I give unto you. This peace is not borrowed from circumstances. It is given from Christ himself. So even in pressure you are allowed to remain calm. Even in urgency you are allowed to remain steady. Even in uncertainty you are allowed to remain grounded. There will also be moments that try to pull your emotions in different directions. But your stability is not meant to be controlled by events. It is meant to be anchored in God. Psalm 46 verse 10. Be still and know that I am God. Stillness is not inactivity. It is inner trust while activity continues around you. So today your heart is being trained not to panic under pressure, but to remain steady in it. Lord, I receive strength for every part of this day. Strength for tasks I expected and tasks I did not expect. When I feel tired, renew me. When I feel pressured, steady me. When I feel overwhelmed, calm me. Let peace rule over my emotions today. Let anxiety lose its hold over my thoughts. Let confusion lose its voice in my decisions. Keep me grounded in you even when everything around me is moving quickly. As the day moves forward, not everything will be predictable. Some moments will be planned. Others will appear suddenly. And some will require quick decisions you did not prepare for. But none of it is outside God's awareness. There is a covering that goes beyond what you can manage mentally. A protection that does not depend on your alertness. A guidance that does not fail when you feel uncertain. Psalm 121 verse 8. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, and even forevermore. Preservation is not occasional. It is continuous. Going out, coming in, every movement in between. So today you are not stepping into unknown space alone. You are stepping into space already watched over. There are decisions you will make today that may feel small in the moment, but matter more than you realize. And in those moments, God's guidance is not distant, it is available. Proverbs 3 verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Direction is not forced. It is received through acknowledgement. So even in simple choices, you are invited to pause inwardly and trust God's leading. There is also protection over your interactions. What you hear, what you respond to, what you are exposed to. None of it is outside divine covering. Not every environment you enter will be predictable, but you will not enter them uncovered. Lord, I thank you for your protection over my life today. Go ahead of me into every place I will enter. Shield me from harm I cannot see and confusion I cannot recognize. Guide my steps away from anything that is not aligned with your will for me. Let my decisions be guided by your wisdom, not pressure or fear. Let my reactions be shaped by your peace, not emotion. And in every movement today, remind me that I am not alone. You are with me. As the day continues unfolding, something important happens. You begin to gather experiences, some expected, some surprising, some quietly shaping your direction without much noise. And in all of it, there is a reason to return to gratitude again. Gratitude is not only for beginnings, it is for the middle of the journey too. Because even now, God is still active in what is happening around you. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 18. In everything give thanks, not after everything is understood, but within everything being lived. So even if the day is not perfect, it is still covered. Even if everything is not resolved, something is still being sustained. Even if answers are delayed, God is still present in the process. There are small mercies throughout the day that are easy to overlook. A moment of calm when pressure was expected. A conversation that went better than anticipated. A delay that protected you from something unseen. None of it is random. Psalm 103 verse 2, forget not all his benefits. Forgetting is easy when life is moving quickly. But remembrance strengthens the heart. So today you are being invited to notice God in the details. Not only in big breakthroughs, but in quiet supports. And as you notice him more, gratitude deepens. Not forced gratitude, but natural recognition of grace at work. Lord, I thank you for being with me in every part of this day. Thank you for what I have seen and what I have not noticed yet. Thank you for keeping me steady in moments I did not realize were difficult. Thank you for guiding me even when I was not fully aware. Help my heart remain thankful, even in ordinary moments. Train my eyes to see your hand in the small things. And let gratitude shape how I continue the rest of this day. As the day moves toward its later hours, energy can begin to shift. The initial momentum may slow. The mind may feel fuller. The body may feel the weight of everything already done. And yet the day is not finished. This is where quiet strength becomes important. Not loud strength. Not forced strength, but steady strength that carries you through what remains. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Grace does not wait for you to feel strong before it works. It meets you exactly where you are. So even if the day feels long, you are still supplied. Even if focus begins to drift, you are still supported. Even if emotions feel stretched, you are still held. There is also a need for emotional steadiness in the remaining hours. Not reacting from pressure. Not responding from fatigue. Not making decisions from overwhelm. But staying grounded. Isaiah 26 verse 3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Peace is maintained by focus. Not on everything around you, but on God. So today you are being invited to slow the internal rush. To breathe again internally, to reset your thoughts, to remain steady in awareness of God's presence. Because how you finish a day matters just as much as how you begin it. Lord, I receive strength for the remaining hours of this day. Renew my energy where I am tired. Renew my focus where I am distracted. Renew my peace where I feel pressure. Help me not to be carried away by stress or confusion. Keep my thoughts steady. Keep my emotions calm. Keep my steps aligned with you. Let your grace carry me through the rest of this day without struggle. As the day begins to wind down, there is a quiet invitation to release. Not everything needs to be carried into the night. Not every thought needs to be replayed again. Not every outcome needs to be processed immediately. Some things are simply meant to be placed in God's hands. Matthew 11 verse 28, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Rest is not only for the body. It is for the mind that has been holding too much. So even now, you are allowed to loosen your grip on the day. Let go of what went well. Let go of what did not go as expected. Let go of what still feels unresolved. Because holding everything at once was never your assignment. There is a peace that settles when surrender becomes complete. Not denial of reality, but trust in God's ability to handle reality. Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7. Let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds. Peace that keeps, not just peace that visits. So as the evening draws closer, your heart is being gently guided into stillness again. Not rushed stillness, not forced silence, but calm surrender. Lord, I place this entire day into your hands. Everything I experienced, everything I handled, everything I could not control, I give it back to you. Let my mind be quiet tonight. Let my heart be free from pressure. Let my spirit be settled in your peace. Cover my rest with your presence. Let sleep come without disturbance. Let thoughts not race. Let anxiety not linger. And as I end this day, I end it in trust. Not in confusion. Not in fear. But in confidence that you are still in control. As this prayer journey reaches its final moments, the heart is invited into one last posture. Gratitude. Not as an emotion that fades with time, but as a foundation that remains even after the day ends. Because when everything is said and done, one truth stays steady. You are not alone today. Psalm 121 verse 5. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. Keeper means constant covering. Not occasional help. Not delayed attention. Constant presence. So as this day closes, you are not stepping into uncertainty. You are stepping into continued care. There is also something powerful about ending well in the presence of God. It recalibrates the heart, steadies the mind. It prepares the spirit for tomorrow. Psalm 4 verse 8, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. Peace is not just the end of activity. It is the evidence of trust. So tonight, you are not leaving your life unattended. You are placing it in the safest place possible. Lord, I thank you for carrying me through this entire day. From the moment it began until now, you have been faithful. I seal this day with gratitude. Every moment, every experience, every unseen protection, I place it in your hands. I thank you in advance for tomorrow, for new mercy, for new strength, for new guidance. Go ahead of me into the next day and prepare what I cannot prepare. Let my life remain under your covering. Let my heart remain anchored in your peace. Let my spirit remain connected to you. And as I rest, let your presence surround me like a shield. Amen. There is a quiet assurance that closes every day in God's presence. Tomorrow is already held, not guessed, not hoped for blindly, but held with intention. So even as this day ends, your story does not end with exhaustion or uncertainty. It continues under grace. Lamentations 3 verses 22 to 23. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Each morning does not recycle yesterday's strength. It releases fresh mercy. That means you will not wake up into an empty supply. You will wake up into renewed provision. And even now, as you rest, God is not inactive in your life. Rest is not abandonment. It is continued preservation. Psalm 127 verse 2. He giveth his beloved sleep. Sleep is not just physical recovery. It is divine care over your body and mind. So tonight, there is nothing you need to fix before tomorrow arrives. Nothing you need to solve before rest. Nothing you need to perfect before peace. Everything necessary will still be held when you wake. Lord, I thank you for your faithfulness that never ends. Thank you for today and thank you in advance for tomorrow. I bless this life under your covering. Let every step ahead be guided by your wisdom. Let every decision ahead be supported by your grace. Let every moment ahead be held in your hands. As I sleep, let my mind be calm. Let my heart be secure. Let my spirit be at rest in you. And when I wake, let it be into peace, not pressure. Into clarity, not confusion. Into grace, not fear. Thank you, Lord, for sustaining me. And thank you for never leaving me alone in any season. Amen. If this prayer spoke to your heart, don't let it stay as a one-time moment. Turn it into something you return to. Use it as part of your morning routine when you wake up before the day gets loud. Let it reset your thoughts before pressure, responsibilities, or distractions take over. Even a few minutes of intentional gratitude can shift how you carry the entire day. You can also revisit it at night. When the day feels heavy, instead of replaying everything in your mind, come back here and let it guide you into release. Prayer is not only for asking, it is also for unloading, letting go, and resting mentally and spiritually. If you feel led, share it with someone who may be going through stress, uncertainty, or emotional fatigue. Sometimes people don't need advice first, they need peace. A simple prayer like this can become a quiet anchor for someone who is struggling to hold themselves together. And as you continue your journey, keep building a rhythm of gratitude. Not only when things go well, but also in ordinary days, difficult days, and in between days.
That steady practice shapes a calmer mind and a stronger inner life over time. Most importantly, don't rush past your own growth. Pay attention to how your thoughts are shifting, how your reactions are changing, and how your faith is becoming steadier. These small signs matter more than you may realize. Stay consistent, stay grounded, and keep returning to moments that bring your heart back to peace and clarity.